Hello and welcome back to Essentially Explained. Today I'm just doing a short video to clarify some things I said in last week's podcast concerning the circular flow of income. So this is just going to be a quick video sort of doing an overview of the circular flow of income, sort of elaborate on a couple key features. So in the circular flow of income, essentially you have three major players. You've got households, firms and the government. So we'll start with households and firms first. So essentially firms obviously pay wages to people living in households or households. Then those households buy goods and services from those firms. So you've got a nice sort of circular sphere. Well, it doesn't really make sense, but you've got a nice flow there. So you've got a flow of money essentially flowing between households and firms. But then you've got the government. So what the government does is obviously they collect taxes from both households and firms. Now, in economics, we class taxes as a form of leakage. So leakages are essentially money leaving the normal economic system, the flow of income flowing between firms and households, right? So taxes would be a leakage because it's leaving the system. Now, the government obviously reinvests most of that money in the form of government spending on education and healthcare. So you have this injection of money. So you've got leakages and injections. Injections also includes exports, obviously money coming in from other countries buying domestic products. You've then also got foreign direct investment. So let's say Starbucks opens up a new shop, say on university campus. That's a sort of form of foreign direct investment because they're providing, not only are they actually investing perhaps in the infrastructure around that site, but also they're providing jobs for local people, and that obviously adds to the it sort of creates a multiplier effect because you're giving jobs, and obviously those people have income for which they can spend on goods and services, right? So essentially that's injections. And then, as we've already discussed, you've got your leakages. So we've got obviously taxes, as we've already briefly discussed. Imports, obviously because that money is leaving out because you're paying to import those goods from other countries. Savings. Savings is a really interesting one, actually. And we're going to do a future video on savings and how the theory behind how savings can fuel economic growth. But essentially, savings is a leakage because when you're saving, you're not spending that money. And then also, really sort of fancy term, repatriation. So this is where essentially a person or family sends back money to their home country. So a good example of this would be, say, my mum's sending back money to my nan in Poland to pay for the rent. So that money's leaving that domestic economic system, essentially. It's going to a different economic system. It's not being used in this circular flow of income domestically. So to sort of round out the video, sort of to summarise, you have households, the government and firms. You've got households and firms creating a nice circular flow of income, with households paying for goods and services, and obviously firms providing jobs and obviously wages and salaries to those households. And then you have leakages and injections. So hopefully that video sort of clarified the circular flow of income. And if there are any sort of questions or whatever, then post it in the comments. But yeah, for now, we'll see you next time.